So we are back with another Reddit reaction, boys and girls, the series where I go on the dreaded website so that you don't have to. And obviously with it being launch week, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of mixed opinions on here. I'm sure there'll be a lot of memes, a lot of cool moments that have happened, and just all around a little bit of chaos on the subreddit. So without wasting any time, let us jump right in, and we've got it set through the top posts of the week, and let's get stuck into it. Now, the top one with 20,000 upvotes is literally unplayable. It's got a picture of like a gas tank, I guess. And this dude says, in the industry, this unit is known as the .TC407 tank, typically made out of stainless steel and used to transport chemicals such as sodium hydroxide or many other corrosive substances. Based on the placard on the rear, this hauling UN code 1203, the code for gasoline. Now, I don't know what kind of world Tajikistan is living in, but you would never haul gasoline in a .TC407 unit. That's what the .TC406 is for. I paid dozens of dollars for this, literally unplayable. I'm glad to see that this meme has instantly made a return, literally within the first week. We're looking at this being the top voted thing on the subreddit. So good to see that back in the Battlefield community. We've got a video here from Background Pop. Did that just happen? Fucking... Oh, actually, I feel like I think I saw this on Twitter. Ain't no way that he'd like looked. Can you slow this down? Nah. He had like looked away. Like, I think he's shot here and he's starting to look away and it hits. What the hell? That's insane. Was that a headshot? Oh no, he just took out the actual chopper. Still, that's not a chopper, by the way. That's a jet. It is early in the morning, boys. Forgive me. That is crack, though. That is actually an insane shot. I love, I love seeing clips like this, and the people like stand there afterwards, and you can tell they've clearly like dropped their controller or something. This is insane. Look at him. He's just like, what the fuck has just happened? What a shot. It's always, where is the medic, and never, how is the medic? Not bad. Caught a parachutist mid-air, then the wall finished the job. What? No way. That looked too funny. Doink. It needs some sound effects in there or something. That is crazy. I've never seen an animation like that before. That's unreal. I think I cut my own head off. Now, I have seen this. I saw this, I think, on Twitter. This is the most insane thing you're ever going to witness. Watch this. He goes for an assassination. He cuts his own... he cuts his own dog tag off somehow. Does he... Oh no, someone else did kill him. Okay, it just looks like he killed himself. This is crazy. I don't know what his hands are doing. Like, he is actually cutting his own head off. And then he just died. But he gets the dog tag, right? He has the dog tag, but this dude's still alive. So I genuinely have no idea what's happened here. It actually looks like he's cut his own head off and taken his dog tag and then just proceeded to die. I have no idea what's happened. Kind of want to read the comments on this one. He hit the seppuku button by mistake. Psychological warfare. They'll be so discouraged by our result. Oh, that's too good. The meme potential is... Yeah, I can see people like... DICE will do some stupid update and just people will spam this. Of them cutting their own heads off. Guy none the wiser. Yeah, the dude who he's trying to freaking stab in the neck is just unaware. He's cutting his head off behind him. He just doesn't even know what's going on. What the hell? That is one of the most insane clips I've ever seen. I don't like medics in Battlefield 6. Smoke, drag, move to a safer spot. Cool new mechanic. Defib, good luck. It is bad because, yeah, I feel like they need to make that drag mechanic a bit... I know it's already quicker, but they need to make it even quicker for medics, in my opinion. Although I guess then you can't drag them as far. Maybe you can move them further quicker or something. Because I want to use the drag revive, but I keep realizing like it feels a bit pointless when I've got a defib that is essentially instant. So yeah, it is kind of like the defib is the way to go, but like this meme shows it kind of, sometimes you'll just defib someone in the middle of a street and you're kind of just like, oh, good luck to you because I'm running off and you're just prone in the middle of a street where you've just died. So I do wish that they would try to balance the drag revive a little bit better, just so that it's actually kind of useful as a support. But I don't know, maybe because there's the specializations, maybe they'll eventually have one where you like don't have a defib and instead, yeah, you've got other ways of reviving and like healing teammates and stuff. And at that point, maybe drag revive will be better for medics. But right now it kind of feels a little bit useless, but then yeah, there's the downside of whoever you revived is most likely just going to die again. Now, just quickly, for those interested in making the weapon grind a little bit easier in Battlefield 6, MitchCactus.com has you covered, as they'll actually handle everything you want from weapon leveling, completing challenges, or even ranking up your overall level while you're out at work or at school. With nearly 20,000 verified Trustpilot reviews, all of their packages are completely safe and legitimate. It's all handled manually in-game, so there's no hacking or glitching involved, and they provide these services across Xbox, PlayStation, and PC with a 100% money-back guarantee. Head on over to MitchCactus.com using the link in the description and use code SAMMY for 5% off for a limited time only. Often it feels like hit registration just doesn't exist. I mean, I feel like all the shots were getting hit markers there. One. Maybe not with the counter. Yeah, actually, that's fair. Those last few, it could be to do with this bloom issue. If you guys want to know what's wrong with the bloom, the latest video on the channel, I've sort of went over that in the firing range and explained it a little bit, as well as a few tips on that. So be sure to check that out. But I have to assume this is just that. Like some of these shots are actually just missing. So it's not so much, it could be hit registration, but I feel like the hit reg is actually decent. It's just the bloom is mad that it feels like you're missing shots when you shouldn't be. Because definitely at the end there, it got stuck on 89 for a bit. Yeah, that's insane. Could be hit registration or even bit of desync as well, because yeah, he's probably died here like before it's actually registered on his screen. But yeah, that is definitely a very rough clip for sure. Now the next post is, my name is John Battlefield. I will say apologies if you can hear a dog barking in the background. This time of morning, every single morning, our neighbour's dog just barks for no reason. So apologies for that. Man, it's actually so frustrating. I understand it, but damn, he got the double hit. GG's. Is he going to do more here? He's kind of cleaning up. Oh shit. That's a sick clip. He didn't do anything like insane. It was just multiple cool things in a row. The transport helis, man, it feels so unsatisfying when you hit them, and they got more health than the attack choppers, so they just don't die. It's so frustrating, but I do get it. There's so many people in there. So that's a triple. He got a kill at the start, so that's 4 kills. This is 5. And he gets the 6th. And then stabs the freaking 7th. That is a nice clip. And then the res. Damn, he's just doing everything. And he's capping the flag as well. Jesus Christ. GG's to that dude. That is how you play Battlefield right there. That is 100% the way to play Battlefield. Can guarantee I'll never acquire this. I seriously want this so bad. I've never done a render zook in my life, and I don't know if I have the facilities for that, unfortunately. But I really want this. I think it looks so cool. They've clearly made it the best one in the game. All of them that are gold, they all look cool, but this one's got like the bullet hole, it's got blood, it's got kind of like a different effect on the metal over here. And it just looks so cool. So one day down the line, I'm going to dedicate like a month to I will get this eventually, but it may drive me insane. I'll wait until maybe a few years down the track to attempt it, I think. But I think it would be an awesome dog tag to have. I love how they add this stuff in there. I think that's something so good about Battlefield, is like, this is a community thing. This is not something the devs like intended to have in these games. But then people started doing it, and now it's like a thing within the community. And the fact they've put this in here and actually tied a challenge to it, to where if you pull off this thing that the community pretty much made up all those years ago, you can get an awesome reward for that. I think that's so cool, honestly. That's It's what I love about Battlefield, man. It feels like the community is so much more tight-knit than a lot of other communities out there. And yeah, stuff like this is sort of part of the reason why I think wife is on a work trip. Oh boy, that to me looks like the best weekend of all time. That looks so much fun. Having a beer, Battlefield on the big screen. I will say I can't play on screens that big. I'm such a boomer at this point. But man, even though I've been playing a lot of Battlefield and I'm lucky enough to be able to do it as well as making content on it and doing it to earn money, this still makes me jealous somehow, even though I've been playing the absolute shit out of it. But man, that is an absolute all-timer session right there. Quit whining. Some of you'll clearly never lived through a Battlefield launch, and it shows. Honestly, this is one of the smoothest day one releases we've had in years. I 100% agree. I would say not one of it. It is the best Battlefield launch we've had by like a country mile. It's actually insane how smooth it's been. They've even done a few little hot fixes and stuff with the small issues. Now, the big EA issue on day one, that is obviously a big issue, but I feel like that's a pretty good apology, giving 12 freaking double XP things. I borderline was like jealous that it didn't happen to me, because that is handy. I'm not sure if these were 15. Oh no, they're 60 minutes. 12 hours of double XP. Brother, that is insane. I actually wish that happened to me on launch day, to be honest. So yeah, even with the little hiccup they did have, I think they made up for that, which is crazy that we're saying this about Battlefield and DICE, because their launches, man, are generally absolute arse. Like proper arse. Even when the games end up good. Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5 ended up pretty decent as well. The launches of those games were so, like, really genuinely atrocious. I think people forget that about Battlefield 4. That launch was so bad, man. And even though they turned it around, you can't really excuse a bad launch. So I'm pretty pleased with how it's gone. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect it. Maybe after the beta, I think I sort of went, okay, they've clearly shown that this is in a pretty good state, but it's kind of shocking that we've actually got a good Battlefield launch for the first time in, I would say, since Battlefield 1. And even that was a little bit more dodgy than this. So it's been a long time since we've had a launch this stable, that's for sure. Battlefield 6, a helicopter pilot was fighting for his life. Oh, they've actually cropped this out. This was, shout out my boy Squid, who I was lucky enough to meet in at the LA event. This is his video and they've just literally cropped. I wonder if anyone will actually give him credit. Probably not. Nah. Well, shout out Squid, because this is his actual reel or TikTok or whatever. This is insane. This dude was really heavily struggling. I don't know how it hasn't blown up. He's just taking everything out. That's me when I fly a chopper. Genuinely, I'm so bad at flying choppers. Jeez, he's still going. How's it not blown up? He's actually fighting for his life, dude. Oh, man. I just realized I'm going to have to mute the hell out of that, because it had, for those wondering, it had Freebird on in the background. So, unfortunately missed out on that, but I'll be getting demonetized if I don't mute the audio, unfortunately. The level of detail in Battlefield 6 is insane. Damn. Oh, man, I really want to dive into this, because I'd love to do a video on the real locations. That's crazy. There's obviously got some differences, like there's the fire escape and there's not, but like, man, it is cool when they've got places like this that are so like close. Obviously there are differences. They've got to make changes for gameplay reasons, but man, that is pretty cool to see it like that. Assault ladder is criminally underutilized. I'm loving this thing. I'll be honest, I do not play Assault, so that's why I don't use it. I'm going to be honest, I hate when people do this. It's actually so fucking annoying, because you don't look up. Who's looking up there? I'm not expecting a dude to peek a corner like 2 meters up the wall. But I guess it's fair. It's what the gadget's for. Oh, no chance. No way. What? That is wild. I didn't even know that thing was there. I wonder if they put that there for that reason. Like, what is that doing there? Damn, that's kind of made me want to play Assault. I kind of hate Assault, to be honest. Not a fan of that class, but not gonna lie, that looks pretty cool. All right, which one of you loaded my rifle with blanks? Oh, he's got no server lag indicator, so he's not lagging by what we can see. What the hell? That's actually insane. It's got to be some sort of bug. Like, bro, I would crash the fuck out if that happened to me. I felt like making some new scope. What the fuck is that? What the hell? Oh my god. I swear some scopes in certain games have actually got red dot sights like that. And I'm like, how am I meant to see anything? What am I looking at? That first one, I'm not gonna lie, that is comically hilarious. That is too funny. Oh god. Battlefield 6 maps be like. Hey, I've been there. I was there earlier this year. What's it called? Oh, I forget what it's. Oh, Shibuya Crossing. That place is insane. I'll show you some footage. I think I got footage from when I was there. Anyway, random side tangent. That has nothing to do with this post. Well, it does. It's the post. So I'm gonna claim that it does have something to do with the post, guys. Let me ramble. But I'm not gonna lie. I kind of disagree with this a little bit. Maybe on some maps, but like say looking at Liberation Peak, I don't think the layout is always so like static like that. I think some of them are a little bit more out there. Same with like Mirak Valley is a little bit different, but I do think to be fair, I think most maps should be like this. I think it makes sense. That's I feel like the C flag, if there's 5 flags, the C flag should be in the center personally. So I don't know if this dude's complaining or just like taking the piss. He is sort of complaining. We need more maps like Pacific Storm, Hamada, Mercury, and Wake Island from Battlefield 5. Unfortunately, my brother in Christ, that map is not from Battlefield 5. But yeah, I sort of agree with that. I think random layouts are also fine, but I don't think it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not overwhelmingly like this, is it? Probably half the maps are like this, and then there's like, what is there, 8 maps for Conquest. I would say at least like 3 maps are not like this, so that's nearly half. So yeah, anyway, keen to hear your thoughts on that down below, whether you don't like layouts like that, or am I the only one that doesn't really bind it? I don't know. And we're going to end it on this last video. I don't know what this is. He says, what the fuck? Another clip like this. Damn. That one's worse than the first one. Is he going to type something? Or is he just crashed? Yeah, he's crashed out, I think. That is wild. So I haven't come across any issues like this. I've come across definitely the issue of like the bloom issue, but that's ADS. That has nothing to do with this. I don't know if there's some sort of netcode issue or something, because you can see usually if someone has a lag indicator and this stuff's happening, you just put it down to like they were just disconnected during this moment or whatever. But once again, I would absolutely crash the fuck out if that happened to me. I'm lucky I haven't really come across any of that just yet. Why is bro's cursor so big? What the hell? What is that cursor? Look at this shit. It fucking takes up half the screen. What the hell? Man's playing on a fucking iPhone or something. What the hell? But that is going to do it for another episode of the Reddit reaction series. I'm keen to hear all of your thoughts on the first week, I guess, of Battlefield 6. So leave all your thoughts down below. And there is obviously plenty more content on the way. I've got a lot more guides on the way. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to be doing a map ranking as well, just for more of a fun video, and then I'll be getting into a lot more guide stuff over the next few weeks, as well as we're not that far away from season 1, so there's going to be a lot of news content and stuff like that on the way as well. So keep your eyes peeled for all of that. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there on the battlefield.